Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I haven't been on here for quite some time, but I am back for now. So for today's pick a card reading, we have 4 groups for you guys to choose from, and today we are asking Spirit, what are your best qualities? So this could just be like qualities overall or qualities that other people see in you that you display in the community, but we'll see what wants to come through in the messages today. So I'm just going to show you guys the card. So group number 1 has the card Birthing a New Age. Group number 2 has the card Deep Replenishment. Group number 3 has the card Priestess. And then lastly, group number 4 has the card The Great Gathering. Okay, so as I always say, you can pause the video here if you need more time to decide on a group. It is also possible that you feel drawn to more than one group, or even to all of them if you have a lot of good qualities, as I'm sure you all do. And whenever you're ready, you can just check the description box down below for the timestamps, and then let's jump in and see what are your best qualities. Hello and welcome everyone who picked group number 1. So you guys chose the card Birthing a New Age, and it says birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. So right off the bat, I'm getting a very creative energy from this group. I think you guys have a way of being very innovative. So this could talk about like art, painting, drawing, writing, even like acting. But I also get strong Aquarius energy, so maybe this has to do with technology. Maybe you guys are very tech savvy. Maybe you have like developed an app, or you do web design where you combine like technology and creativity. But I'm also getting the idea of like Scorpio energy, you know, that transformative energy. So this can even talk about like almost renewing your own energy, transforming yourself into something better, or even transforming the people around you, because we see like these almost circles emanating from this person. So maybe you have a way of transmuting energy from the people around you, maybe helping them heal their trauma or something like that. But I don't want to get ahead of myself and ahead of the messages that wants to come through. So that is what I get from this card. So today's reading is quite informal. I haven't really prepared anything. I just have a few decks here that we're gonna pull cards from. So let's just jump straight in and see what wants to come through today. So first off, I'm gonna use the Archetype cards, and we are going to take reversals today. So even if it shows the shadow aspect of an archetype, obviously we're talking about qualities that are positive. So I'm gonna read it in that way. Okay, so let's see. Spirit, for group number 1, what archetype card can you give us? Or maybe even 2. Okay, we have 2. So we have the shadow attribute of Advocate. I'm going to read it now. And we also have the light attribute of Child Nature. So let's begin with this one. So it says friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits. Interesting, okay? And then here the shadow attribute is embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. So what I'm getting from these two, obviously, like I said, I'm not going to read this in like a negative way. So actually nature is coming through quite strongly here. So maybe some of you guys are advocates for things like environmentalism, or I'm even thinking like green technology. So maybe you are someone that recycles, or you have like ways of reducing your waste. Maybe you only buy organic produce, or you have like your own vegetable garden. And I think when we are talking about this birthing a new age, when I look at this together, it's also talking about like helping the earth transform into a higher frequency. So this can either be just like with the energy that you guys embody, like I said, transmuting the energy from the people around you, like transforming negative energy into something positive. Or it can talk about how you interact with your environment, like with nature. So when I look at this card, it can even talk about like taking in stray animals. Maybe that's something that some of you guys do, or doing volunteering helping out at shelters, things like that. And I think you guys, like, it says embracing negative causes, but I think what you guys do is you like go to negative environments and change that into a positive environment, like birthing a new age, giving something a fresh start, turning over a new leaf, since we're talking about nature here. Now I also get a very calming energy from these cards. So like I said, just like having a certain type of presence when you're around other people that brings them back down to earth. And with these circles again, it's like this energy is like almost what's the word, like it's like in waves. It flows off of you in waves and encircles everyone around you. And we do also have like this, it looks like a tree here that's growing. I almost think of a bonsai tree. I'm trying to grow a bonsai. I'm struggling, but it's interesting because it's a very little tree, but it takes a lot of effort. So I think of that saying like dynamite comes in small packages. It's like maybe some of you guys don't necessarily form part of big groups like big volunteering groups, but you are making a big change just by working inside your community. Just within your household, maybe you are like the anchor, the person that binds everyone together, and like I said, has this calming energy. And it does say here communication with nature spirits. So I do also think some of you guys get a lot of downloads, and so sometimes when you talk to the people in your surroundings, you have a way of saying the right thing at the right moment that also brings them peace and maybe even awareness. When I think about nature, I always think about like living in the present moment. And so like I said, you have like this grounding energy for people. And it's interesting, we also have like these rock circles here. And once again, a rock is something that's very stable. It's something that can hold something else in place, like I said, an anchor. So you guys might have like quite a lot of earth energy in your birth chart. You can check that out. I'm getting Taurus here. And if we're talking about like technology again, maybe something that is very green, that would save maybe emissions. We can talk about like solar power or wind power, something like that. And that gives me like Capricorn energy, because Capricorn is like this boss energy, CEO. So some of you guys could be in charge of a project like that. It could even be like a school project. Maybe that's just something that you guys are passionate about. Saving the earth, maybe even making your own clothes or thrifting, anything like that. So let's get some more energy. I'm going to use the what is this called? The Animal Spirit Oracle, the Wild Unknown. So let's see. Spirit for group number 1, please. Can we get some more information? What are their best qualities? Let's see. Okay. Oh, we have Tiger. Okay. Let's get some more here. We also have the Earthworm. Interesting. Okay. So what I'm getting from this, first off, we have like this crescent moon here, and I always think of intuition. So a linking of this communication with nature spirits. I think you guys are very in tune with nature and with animals. With the tiger, it could even be like cats, and we do have this bunny here. But maybe some of you guys even have like training in like training animals, or you're like a dog walker, or your friends always tell you like their pets love you. It's like animals are instantly calm in your presence, and I think they can sense like your frequency, that you are at peace with yourself. Now with the tiger, again, it's interesting. These stripes of the tiger makes me think of these circles again. So it's really like I almost feel like you guys expand other people's consciousness, because as I said here, I link this crescent moon with intuition. So it's really like you bring awareness to other people, even if it's just awareness about how they can live a greener or more healthy life. And with the earthworm, you know, the earthworm is very it plays a crucial role in compost, you know, that you use for plants. So a lot of people have like these compost systems where they throw in all of the earthworms, and then they put in like their scraps, their food scraps, and then the earthworms, it's very gross actually, you use like their urine, but it's very good for soil. So it's almost like you are food for other people's soul. You like feed them good energy. And especially with all of these colors inside you, it's almost like you have all of this creativity and this beautiful energy inside of you guys that you can share with others if you wish to do so, because we have it like in circle here. Again, that idea of the circle. So I feel like you guys might have a small circle of friends. Like I said, these changes that you make in your community might only be like in your household or in your friend group or anything like that, but it's very potent. You shouldn't disregard that change that you are able to make within this small community. But again, the idea of nature is coming through quite strongly here. So I think one of your best qualities is that you care about other things, other people. You care about the earth. You care about the footprint, your like carbon emissions, things like that. So this can also talk about taking care of yourself physically, because you realize that like you first have to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. So like I mentioned earlier, eating organic, maybe having your own veggie patch. It can even be like cooking healthy, nutritious meals for the people around you. When I think about the tiger, I also think about like a protective energy, so taking care of people. And you know, Aristotle, he called earthworms like the intestines of the earth. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So that idea of digestive health, some of you could even be like very into wellness, so maybe like gut health, taking probiotics or making like your own kombucha, anything like that. So it could even be that some of you had to transform your own health. Maybe you struggle with some issues like IBS or I don't know. There's a lot of illnesses you can suffer from. But so you transformed your own health, and now you can be like an advocate for other people. And while you were on this health journey, you might have even learned a lot more about, like I said, environmentalism or taking care of the earth in general. Maybe even stuff like chemicals in our foods or in our water, like plastics, BPAs, all of those stuff, or like beauty products, even like any harmful chemicals that are in there. So you can be like an advocate for teaching other people how they can clean up their diet or clean up everything, like their household products. And by doing this, by giving this information to other people, you are able to help them transform themselves and help them transform their life. Okay, so let's get one more like oracle card before I jump into tarot. So I'm using the Sacred Destiny oracle for this. So Spirit, for group number 1, please, can you give us just a little bit more information about their best qualities? Let's get just one card here, please. Okay, we have blessings. Okay, and again these like nature image here. So really with the flowers here, I'm getting that idea of blossoming again. And with the bird, I always think about communication when I think about birds, because you know they chirp and they sing and they wake you up in the morning. And when I think about that, it always makes me think of routines as well. You know, the birds have like they sing in the morning and they go find seeds or whatever to eat. So that idea of health again. So I think some of you guys could even be in like fitness, or you could be a nutritionist or a dietitian. Can even just talk about mental health, because that also has a very big impact. You know, your gut and your brain is linked in that way. That's what I call the gut, the second brain. So I feel like you're just like in general a blessing in other people's lives because of this calming presence, and because you're willing to share some of the things that you have learned over the years, especially in terms of health or just taking care of the planet and taking care of yourself. And I do think some of these things are just, you have like a knack for that, for bettering your life because of this intuition again. It's like you get downloads in terms of that. So I'm also thinking Virgo, because I associate that with like daily life and health. And you guys could have a lot of 6th house placements as well. Could even be that you have like your Chiron there. So as I said, you maybe had to heal some of your own issues, and now you are able to enjoy the blessing of health, and you are able to provide that for the people around you as well. And I did talk about Aquarius energy here in the beginning. So maybe some of you have an online platform where you share some tips. You have like a wellness Instagram. Could even be recipes that you share there. And when I think about the animals again, I'm thinking about animal therapy. So maybe some of you guys just have like a pet that brings you peace as well. But I also feel like you are almost like this, not a pet to other people, but you provide them with the same level of comfort and healing as an animal can. You know, I read that a cat's purring sound, it can like heal you, like fractured bones and inflammation, stuff like that. So once again, that idea of frequency. So you have this frequency that you send out to people, and that really blesses them in terms of transforming their life. So let's end with some tarot. I'm going to use the Tarot of Mystical Moments. So Spirit, can you give us some last information about group number 1's best qualities here? Let's see. Okay, we have the Hermit, again Virgo energy coming through. Let's get some more. Okay, we have the Tower. Interesting. And you see this person is like embracing all of this destruction. So it's really like you went through a very disruptive period, but you learn to embrace that and to learn from that, and now you can teach other people. And the Hermit also, it's introspection. So definitely you guys have a very high level of awareness, and I think that's one of your best qualities, because you don't just go through the motions, you actually like take bits of information from everything happening around you. And because you're so aware, you can take those lessons that you learn and give that information to the people in your surroundings and help them on their journeys. Okay, so let's just get 2 last cards. We have 7 of Pentacles. So really that idea of you reap what you sow. You guys planted the seeds for these blessings, and if you aren't in this energy yet of receiving all of these blessings, I think this is what Spirit is saying is lying ahead for you, because you guys put in a lot of work. And I think that's also a very good quality that you have. You are not afraid to put in effort, because you know that patience reaps rewards. And especially when we're talking about things like health, it takes a lot of time to actually see the results from all of the work that you put in. Maybe like starting a gut protocol or starting a fitness routine or anything like that. And I think you are also able to provide other people with the motivation to keep going on their own health journeys, because you have like been there, you have seen how difficult it is. So you can really lend a helping hand. Okay, let's get one last one here. Please, Spirit, for group number 1. Okay, we have 2. That's fine. Okay, Queen of Wands, again with the Sunflower, nature, and we have the Page of Cups. Okay, and this little fishy here. So, you know, the Page of Cups is like a messenger about something that you love. So, it's almost like you took your pain and you turned it into like a hobby. That sounds strange, but like I said, some of you might have went through this health journey, and now you're very interested in wellness in general. So something that should have brought you down turned into something that you use to level up in life. And now you can act like this messenger for other people and help them to also have these blessings in their life. And with the Queen of Wands, this is just really somebody that is shining. It's like Leo energy with the sunflower as well. And we have a lot of moths here which talk about transformation, and we have the peacock feathers. And Leo and the peacock, it's about pride, it's about showing off. But I feel like you guys don't have pride like in a negative way, but I feel like you are proud of where you have grown in your life and how you have overcome your hardships. And I think one of your best qualities is finding joy in this process, and having like not self-entitlement, but almost like growing your self-confidence throughout this process, and being able to provide other people with the space to also grow their own self-confidence, and not being afraid of letting themselves shine. Because one of the key components of healing is also becoming aware of the fact that you may heal. Like it's not something that is only destined for other people. You may be in the spotlight, you may be healthy, you may have blessings in your life, and I feel like that's something that you convey a lot to the other people, so you help them to stand in the power. And that's a really good quality to have, especially since a lot of people grow up feeling unworthy of blessings. So group number 1, I'm going to leave your reading here. I really hope it resonated. If it did, you can let me know in the comments down below, and I wish you guys all of the best. Hopefully I will see you again soon. Things are a bit quieter on my side right now, but we'll see. So yeah, just enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. Hello and welcome everyone who picked group number 2. So you guys chose the card Deep Replenishment, and it says retreat, rest, be held. And today we are asking Spirit, what are your best qualities, or like best quality overall? And as I said in the intro, this can talk about like just your overall qualities, or something that other people see in you specifically. So with Deep Replenishment, I'm obviously getting a very peaceful and calm energy here, but I feel like you guys know how to strike a work-life balance, but I want to see what the other cards say first before I just do my own interpretation here. But definitely that idea of knowing how to enjoy life almost, like when to step back, when to say I've done enough, I've worked enough, it's time for a vacation, or it's time for a break, or it's just time to slow down. But yeah, so let's see what the other cards say. So I'm gonna start with some archetype cards, and I am taking reversals today, but if it's the shadow attribute, I'm not gonna read it in a negative way. We'll just see what the card says and then go from there. So Spirit, for group number 2, please, what are their best qualities or best quality? Let's see here. Okay, oh, interesting, Destroyer. This is like the Tower, and it's the light attribute. And then what do we have? One more. Okay, we have Artist. Interesting. Okay, so with Destroyer, it says releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. And Artist says expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. Okay. So with Destroyer and Deep Replenishment, I'm really getting that idea of, you know, stepping back when something is not making a positive impact in your life. And with Artist, I almost get the sense of creating your own life. So maybe you guys have very strong manifesting abilities. I'm getting Scorpio energy, especially with this Destroyer card. And when I think about art, I think about water as well, like water energy. So again, that's Scorpio. Could even be Pisces a bit here, because it says expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses. And when I think about Pisces, I always think of like the astral realm, a bit out there, not really in touch with normal life. So it's almost like maybe sometimes you guys step back from situations, and to other people it doesn't seem logical, but you have like this sixth sense to know that it's not going to be productive or be positive for your life and for your growth. So you are willing to create some chaos in your life, like temporarily, because in the long run you can see that it's going to lead to more growth or more peace in your life. And I think this is also like inspiring other people, the fact that you are willing to step back from certain situations that seem to be the logical choice. So let's use an example here. Let's say you can choose between like taking a more leadership role at your job, or staying in your current position, but like maybe the salary is almost the same, but when you're in this leadership role, you're obviously going to have more status, you're going to be maybe respected more, but then you would also have a much bigger workload, or you would have to deal with a lot more negative people. So you make the choice to stay in your current position instead of leveling up, because you can see that, like, in general, staying will have a bigger positive impact because you won't have to deal maybe with these negative people. So what seems to be the logical choice is taking the leadership role, because you would seem more important to other people, but you have this awareness that isn't what's actually going to bring you happiness and going to bring you peace. So you lead with your intuition, with your heart, and you stay in this position. Now this is just one example. There's many other scenarios where this can play out. It can even be that some of you guys made like a very big shift somewhere along your life's journey, and a lot of people might have been angry at you for making a big change. So another example would be studying something and then changing your course or dropping out, starting your own business, maybe even doing like an art career, anything that's a bit off the beaten track, you know, not so mainstream according to society. But I want to get some more information, so I'm going to use the Wild Unknown Oracle. Let's see, Spirit for group number 2, please. Can we get some more information about their best qualities? Just 1 or 2 cards, please. Okay, we have Spider. Interesting. One more. Just one. Okay. We have 2. No, we have 4. No. I'm not going to use all of them. Sorry, guys. Just 1, please, Spirit. The cards are really struggling to come out. So maybe you guys are very secretive. You keep a lot of things private. So we have 2. That's fine. Okay, we have the Turtle. And we also have the Dragonfly. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Spider here. Now, with the Spider, obviously with a web, you feel trapped in a situation. So I get the idea here that you guys have a way of freeing yourself from difficult situations. It's almost like situations that were meant to destroy you or hold you back in life. They can't do anything to you. Like you have too much power to stay stuck in negative situations. And with the Dragonfly, this talks about transformation. So again, that idea of maybe even like destroying an old version of yourself. With the Scorpio energy here, you know, I think there's like 8 stages of Scorpio, so it can evolve into a fire sign. And that really links with the idea of the volcano, you know, erupting here. So it's like when a situation demands it of you guys, you can transform yourself into a more powerful version. So maybe you are in general very relaxed, very calm, very peaceful, but then when you are faced with a difficult situation, you have a way of powering through and overcoming all of these obstacles in your life. And with the artist, it's like you have creative ways of doing this. It's a way that other people would never think of doing. And also with the turtle, I think of slow and steady wins the race. So I think you guys are those type of people who really work in silence. You work behind the scenes and people never see you coming. Like a volcano again, you know, it might just someday erupt. So I am also getting the messages that some of you guys might have a bit of a temper sometimes. Not like in a negative way, because we are talking about good qualities. But I think you really know how to put someone in their place when you have to. So not afraid to stand up for yourself. And with the spider card, I also often get the sense of it could be like toxic dynamics. So empath, narcissist, or like cults, or even just like in a job where it feels like there's this web. I think of people talking about their life is like woven, like their fate is woven, like predestined. Sorry guys, I just quickly paused the video because I thought there was someone at the door. But I almost feel like a lot of people are trying to keep you guys sidetracked. It's like they are aware of the fact that you can reach great heights. You can really have a lot of success in life. So they try to be like they want to unravel your plans, unravel your future, and you won't let them stand in your way. So again, that idea of working in silence, it's like you guys are very aware of these tactics that the people try to use to control you or to keep you stuck, maybe in negative environments, but you still transform it. You know, a dragonfly, it like it can obviously fly, but it has these reflective wings as well. It's almost like you like karma. I'm thinking about reflecting back that negative energy to people. And like I said here again, with creativity, we have all of these colors here on the spider web as well. I don't know if you guys know those those types of it's like an artwork. So you have this paper and it's black, but underneath there's like crayon. So when you almost scratch out the black, the color comes through and it looks like this almost. So what I'm feeling again is that idea of even in negative situations, you are able to scratch and go beneath the surface, like that Scorpio archetype, like Hades going to the underworld, and you are able to find the color in that situation. You are able to bring it to life, able to bring yourself to life and to transform it into something better. And to actually like weave your own destiny. So you can take a very dark situation and turn it into something better. Okay, so let's get one or two last oracle cards. So this is from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. So Spirit, for group number 2, please, can we get like one or two oracle cards just to give us some more information about the best qualities? Okay, we have love and we have wisdom. Interesting. And this love card specifically talks about like a wild love, so unbridled love. I feel like you guys can't be kept in a cage. Maybe even all of the things that you do in your life, you do out of love. And I especially think about that when I look at the artists, you know. Most people create art because they try to find joy in the things around them. Not always, but you know, artists often take negative situations and turn that into something beautiful, into something that other people admire and enjoy and love. So I think you guys are a great inspiration to other people. Maybe I feel like on the one side you unlock a lot of feelings of jealousy in people and competitiveness, but on the other hand you have a lot of people that you also inspire and motivate to also transform their life, transform these situations. And with the turtle, that is also that wisdom coming through. So I feel like the fact that you're able to find the color in dark situations speaks about this wisdom that you have. So maybe you guys have had many past lives, so throughout your reincarnations, if you believe in that, you have learned a lot of lessons. So you could be quite an old soul, an ancient soul in this lifetime. And that's also why you might even be comfortable with this idea of destroying something and then building yourself up again, because you're used to that. I'm really getting very strong Scorpio vibes with you guys. Maybe even like 8th house placements or Pluto dominance, Pluto aspecting the ascendant or midheaven, something like that. But with the wisdom also, it's like we have this mermaid on here. So, and obviously mermaids are from like a different realm. So people definitely see you as like a bit strange. Again, artists are often seen as a bit eccentric. Not necessarily hermits, but not like part of mainstream society necessarily. And even like a dragonfly, you don't always see them. So a very, not a flighty energy, but translucent. People can't get a good grasp on you, and that's what also gives you power, because as I said here, you have creative ways of getting out of negative situations. So even though people try to trap you, they can never get a firm grip, because you always manage to escape their tactics or techniques or whatever. And once again, like I said with the turtle, it's that slow and steady energy. You are very patient, you don't give up. And I think you also trust in the universe to have your back. So that's a very good quality to have, that idea of knowing that there will be karmic justice. And with love here, again, I feel like you guys actually have a very pure energy, and that's also why you're able to come out of these situations, because you might have some angels guiding you, some spirit animals or something that just like shows you the way as well. Yeah, so let's finish off with some tarot. I'm just gonna get some quick tarot here from the Tarot of Mystical Moments. So spirit for group number 2, please. Just some quick parting words. Okay, we have the 9 of Pentacles, so that talks about wishes coming true. And we also have, let's get one more here, Death, again, Scorpio. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that you guys really have a way of transforming these negative scenarios into something that is wish fulfillment. So a circumstance that should have been something destructive, that should have brought you to the ground, is something that you use to turn it into a blessing. And this gives you great power. So that is really very strong Scorpio energy, that rebirthing process. And there's also some links with group number 1 if you want to check that out as well. But all in all, that is like your guys, your best quality, is that transformative power, that ability to take darkness and turn it into light. So yeah, group number 2, that is what I see for you guys. That is like your best quality. You can let me know in the comments if it resonated. And then I hope you guys just have a lovely day, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. We'll see how my schedule plays out. But yeah, see you next time. Bye. Hello and welcome everyone who picked group number 3. So you guys chose the Priestess card, and it says, how are you being called to step up and lead? And today we are asking Spirit about your best qualities or quality. And as I said in the intro, this can be something that you possess in general, or it can be something that other people see in you and that they admire or that they also strive to have. So with the Priestess card, obviously this reminds me of the High Priestess card in the tarot, and I immediately think about intuition, and with this card as well, that idea of leadership. So some of you guys could be like a spiritual leader in your community, or it could just be that you're wise beyond your years. So people often come to you for advice, or maybe you are very good at problem solving or anything like that. It can even talk about just like knowing how to have a team work underneath you. So maybe if you have like a corporate job, you are someone in management, or you do like projects, and you have a way of showing people the way, guiding them along their journey. And it's interesting, we also have like this very mirrored image here, so it feels to me like you can read people very well, and you know how to provide them with what they need in a certain situation. So for example, you know how to give clear instructions to different people based on the type of person that they are. So some people might need more details, whereas others need like a skeleton structure, but then they can fill in the details themselves. So you guys are very aware of how you can provide leadership and guidance to the people in your community. But that's just from this card. So I'm going to get some more oracle cards to see what is your best quality. So let's start with the archetype cards. And I am taking reversals today, but I'm not going to read it in a negative way if the cards are reversed. Obviously, we're talking about good qualities here. So let's see. Spirit, for pile number 3, please. What is their best or good quality? Just 1 or 2 cards, please. Okay, we have 2. We have the Warrior, the light attributes. And we also have Alchemist, the shadow attribute. So I'm going to start with this. The shadow attribute says misuse of the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. Interesting. Okay. And with Warrior, we have with the light attributes strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. So definitely you guys are like fighters. And there's a lot of people that try to follow in your footsteps. So, you know, when there's like a social cause, or maybe someone in your friend group is being bullied, I feel like you guys are the one that's first to step up and defend them. So even in your family unit, maybe, I'm especially getting like a tribal idea with this Warrior card. So it can be that in your family you maybe were the black sheep, and you are the one that tries to protect everyone else. Some of you could even be mothers. Maybe this is talking about how you provide safety and leadership for your children. It can even be like in a more general sense, like a teacher, like a kindergarten teacher. So maybe some of you guys are just like very protective of those in society that you deem maybe more sensitive, or maybe just people that aren't capable of fighting for themselves. It can even talk about the elderly. So maybe some of you are in a job like nursing or anything like that. And definitely you guys are very powerful. You know, it says here strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will. So maybe a bit stubborn as well. I'm getting quite a lot of Mars energy. So maybe like Aries or Scorpio, but especially Aries. I feel like you guys are really fighters. It could be that you grew up in a very competitive environment as well. Maybe like you did a lot of sports. It doesn't have to be physical activity, even like academics, but just somewhere where you had to like prove yourself. It feels to me like some of you might have received a lot of hate growing up. So you learned to have a harder shell, and you learned how to protect yourself. And by doing that, you are now also able to provide the same protection to the people surrounding you. And it just started raining outside, and I'm thinking about this. It looks like a thunderbolt. So it's like striking people. You really know how to I don't want to say hurt people, but you know how to come up for yourself and to put up a barrier and shield yourself from other people. So it could also be that a lot of people project onto you, and so you also have to shield yourself from that negativity. So definitely people see you as very tough, someone very strong. We can even talk about physical strongness, so maybe you have a lot of muscles or you go to the gym. But I feel like with this Priestess card as well, it's almost like this was a spiritual lesson for you guys to learn how to stand up for yourself. Maybe you were also quite sensitive as a kid, but then throughout your life you had all of these lessons that taught you to be brave, and maybe even taught you to take chances. So maybe some of you guys are not like risk takers, but I feel like you would pursue your dreams and almost fight for what you want in life as well, and I think people find that very admirable. Could even be that you guys are like the person to break a cycle in your family, so like healing ancestral trauma, because that takes a lot of willpower as well to break out of negative cycles. So that is also coming through quite strongly, and I'm definitely getting a big sense of independence in your group. So I'm thinking of people that maybe build a business on their own, so like entrepreneurs, and yeah, with the alchemist, it said misuse of the power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. So I feel like you guys are a big advocate for not misusing this power that you do have. So I feel like in a sense you guys know that you are very powerful, and you know that you are able to almost disrupt situations in your surroundings because you are willing to fight and you're willing to stand up for yourself. So maybe you guys have made some enemies over the past few years, but this isn't like a negative thing, because it means that you are being authentic and that you are actually voicing your opinion. For some of you, I'm thinking like on social media as well, maybe some of you have a platform where you convey your opinions, even though they may be controversial. I'm thinking even like a spiritual page, where you maybe post like astrology hot takes, but it's like very, not like hurtful, but you always try to speak the truth. And, you know, an alchemist, they use the base materials to turn it into gold, or that was like the idea. So I feel like you want something that's pure. You really stand for the truth, even if that means making enemies, like I said. And you know, the High Priestess, when I think about her, she's also like a very powerful figure. And with great strength or power comes great responsibility, as they say. So I feel like you guys are very aware of this responsibility that you have, and you are very aware of not misusing this power, because since you are equipped with all of this strength and skill and discipline, you also know, like I said, how to hurt people, but you don't use your power for negative things, and that's like one of your best qualities. When I think about Mars and Scorpio is often more like a revenge energy, unless you move past that. So I feel like you guys, if you have Scorpio in your chart, you have evolved past that stage of seeking revenge, and so you guys are rather using your power for positive things. Sorry, I just quickly had to close the door. Our neighbors are making a noise. Anyway, so as I said, you guys, you don't misuse your power. I feel like you also have a very strong intuition, and this is also what gives you power, because you have insights in situations, and you have insight in how you can actually conquer like your life and conquer other people. So maybe if there's like competitiveness in the business realm, you don't try to undermine other people. You only stand in your own power and you prove your worth, and by doing that you like get a promotion, or people see your talent. So definitely it's not like a shady energy. You are very authentic, very truthful, like I said, and that's obviously a great quality to possess. So let's get some more information here. So I'm using the what's it called, Wild Unknown Oracle. So let's see, Spirit, for group number 3, please, can we get like 1 or 2 cards, please? What are their best qualities? Just 1 or 2. Okay, I'm gonna take these 2. Let's see what we have. We have the Horse, interesting, and with the Crescent Moon, that's intuition. We added in group number 2 as well. And we have the Panther, yes, very fitting. Interesting, you guys see all of this dog imagery here. And I'm looking at these teeth here. So you guys are very feisty. I feel like people are very aware that you can almost I'm hearing bite them in the ass. So you really know how to get back at people if you want to. And with these eyes that are this green color, I'm hearing like keep an eye out for pile number 3. It's like you're always ready to pounce if someone tries to, like I said, maybe even in your friend group, if they try to like bully your friends, or if there's someone, a family member that is being offended or something, you are always the first one to step up and to protect them. And with the Horse here, you know, I think about speed as well, and also power. And the Horse in the tarot, you know, with the Chariot card, it talks about karma as well. It's almost like you guys almost act like as someone who gives out karma. Like if someone does something wrong, you step into that role of balancing the scales. Like some people are very afraid of conflict, but I feel like for your group, you just like show them the truth, and like they say, the truth often hurts the most. So I feel like that's the way that you fight fair, but you fight very strongly. And yeah, I'm also getting like a sharp tongue with this Panther card. So you definitely know how to bite back and how to stand your ground. And with the Horse, like I said, speed here, so it's almost like it's very swift. You don't take a lot of time to actually fight back. You don't have to take like months to plan. It's almost like you're instantly on guard, and instantly you can protect yourself and protect your energy. Okay, so let's get another card here from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. So Spirit, for group number 3, please, can we get a card to describe their best quality? Just 1 card, please. Okay, we have Truth. Like I said, I love these synchronicities. Okay, and you see on this card as well, it's like a storm here. You guys, I feel like people are actually very afraid of you. You might be aware of this or not, but I think of almost like a tornado. You know, you can be almost sweep everything clean. You know, people have to almost start from scratch. I'm almost thinking for some of you guys, maybe you knew some things about people. Maybe this is like a person that's a high profile, high status person, but you know that they used unethical methods to get their position in life, and so you guys are almost like a whistleblower. I'm even thinking like journalism, like in-depth journalism. You know, like a detective energy, constantly seeking the truth and showing people the real side of people. Again, that's that idea of the karma coming through. It's almost like you are this karmic warrior, which is obviously a very important role, because there's not a lot of people that are willing to actually step up and tell the truth and to provide clarity for other people. So that's coming through quite strongly here, that authenticity that you guys have. And I feel like you almost find your power in that authenticity, because you're not afraid of being yourself and to be truthful. And Okay, so let's just get some tarot to end off this reading. So Spirit, for pile number 3, please, can you give us some last details about their best quality? Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. Interesting. Let's get, okay, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Let's get 2 more here. Okay, we have the 7 of Cups reversed. And coming next to that Truth card, I'm going to talk about it now. We also have the 4 of Wands reversed. I'm actually going to start with this. I heard the words stopping people in their tracks. You know, the 4 of Wands is usually a gateway. It can talk about celebration or weddings or something like that. But what I'm getting here is that you guys almost act like a god. You know, they talk about in heaven. You're going to have to... talk about your life and almost like prove why you have to be led into heaven. But I feel like you guys are acting like this god, and you are almost gatekeeping certain things, but like in a positive way, because as I said here, maybe you have some information about people and how they acted unethically. So you provide the truth and you stop people from achieving success, maybe by immoral ways, which is obviously very important, like I said. And with the 7 of Cups reversed, when it's upright, it can often talk about confusion, and obviously confusion can only be cleared up when the truth is told. So that's where you guys come in. You really, like this girl, you point at the exact star. You really bring things to light. I feel like you guys are also very aware of the undercurrents in conversations, so maybe you know how to read between the lines. So very aware of people's true motives. So it's almost like you act as a channel for the truth and for what is unspoken. I'm getting also like researcher vibes. So maybe some of you guys like to prove theories wrong. I'm thinking like in the sciences, maybe you take old theories and you go research it again, and you say like, okay, you guys said sugar is bad for you, but actually this and this and this, like you need carbohydrates or whatever, and so sugar is good. That's just an example. I'm not a scientist. But so definitely bringing things to light and providing the truth. And with this Queen of Cups, you know, this is a very loving energy, so it's not something again that you do out of hate and out of revenge. It's just like this power that you guys possess to provide clarity. And with the 5 of Pentacles, it can talk about feeling left out in the cold. So maybe, as I said, you guys are quite independent. You're like a bit on your own. But I do feel like you also find power in that, because we have like her hair is like roots. You know, she's like almost rooted in this aloneness. Like I said, you guys aren't afraid of being authentic, and you can see this flower growing in here. So it's almost like blooming where you are planted. Now, I don't actually agree with that statement, but I feel like in your case you have managed to transform maybe something that other people see as negative, like this power that you have, and you have transformed it into something positive. And this can also talk about a spiritual awakening. So maybe by providing people with truth, even like spiritual truths, you also lead them on their own journey to spiritual awakening. So you also provide them clarity in that sense. I'm almost also thinking about like speaking up about things like religious trauma or cults or anything like that in society where it has kept people almost like locked up, like this cage thing. And it has kept them bound to certain ideas or truths that they thought they had. I hope that makes sense for you guys. But anyway, group number 3, I'm gonna leave your reading here. I really hope it resonated. If it did, you can let me know in the comments down below. And then we'll see when I post another video. I'm still quite busy and I'm going away for a bit, but hopefully soon. But yeah, you should just have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello and welcome everyone who picked group number 4. So you guys chose the card The Great Gathering. It says it's all coming together, intuitive hits, soul tribe. And today we are asking Spirit about your best qualities or quality. And as I said in the intro, this can be something that you know about, so something that you see in yourself, or it can talk about something that other people see in you and admire. So with this card, I'm getting the idea of bringing people together. I don't want to say too much before looking at the other cards, but it definitely makes me feel like you guys have a way of connecting with different people. I'm thinking like 11th house placements. Maybe you even have like Venus in 11th house, or it's like Aquarius, like humanitarian vibes. And it's interesting, everybody is like in a cloak here. It's like they're behind a veil, so you can like see beneath the surface of people and connect with them. But we'll see what wants to come through. So I'm gonna start off with the archetype cards, and I am taking reversals today, but if it's the shadow attribute, I'm not gonna read it in a negative way, so we'll just see what the cards say and then take it from there. Okay, so Spirit, for group number 4, please, can you give us some more information about the best quality? We have Gossip, the shadow attribute. Okay, I'm gonna look at it now. And then, let's see, one more here, please. Just one more. Okay, we have Dilettante. Sorry, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, with the light attributes. So let's start here. It says, the lights and the arts, without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. And Gossip, we had the shadow attributes. Thrives on the power of passing on secret or private information, betraying confidences. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna begin with the Gossip card here. I feel like you guys are like that friend that everybody can talk to, you know. You're that person that would take secrets to the grave, so you're very trustworthy. And I feel like you're the type of person that would stop rumors. So if someone were to tell you like, did you hear this person and that person had like an affair or whatever, you would always try to first find out the facts before you pass on that information. I feel like, especially on social media as well, I'm thinking like, again with that Aquarius vibe, maybe you are the type of person that won't just blindly share things, especially if it's talking about your friends and family. You would first like fact check and make sure that what you're sharing is actually truthful. And I feel like you guys also, a good quality is that you find joy in like the pleasures in life. I think you also try to provide this pleasure to the people in your surroundings. So I think about hobbies as well. So maybe that's where you guys connect with a lot of people. You might have a lot of interests. So let's say you have like a book club, we have certain friends, and then you also have like a you do like action netball in your free time, where you also have other friends, or you have like a gardening club or martial arts or anything like that. And so you really have a way of connecting with people from different walks of life. And again, with these veils here and this Gossip card, I feel like you stay very true to all of these people. You don't reveal their secrets to anyone, even though people might tell you a lot of their personal information, since you have a way of linking with different people, connecting with different people. I feel like you also provide a lot of joy in people's lives, so you might introduce people to a lot of your hobbies as well, so that they can also take part in that. So I'm thinking like taking people along to art galleries, or taking them to hike with you. And with this Gossip card and the Dilettante card, I'm also thinking about you know, supporting people in their pursuits. So you are probably like a very supportive friend. If your friend is starting like a side hustle, maybe they start a jewelry business, then you would be like the first customer, and you would like promote it on your social media. and you would maybe like help them make a business plan. Like it says here, it's all coming together. You can really help someone like finish off their project. And with this card as well, it's like you give great advice in terms of that, and you're also not afraid to tell them when you think something is not working, because that also makes you a good friend when you actually step up and say like, listen, I don't think this is a good idea, I think maybe you should try this, or like it says here, alert you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuit. So maybe when a friend's business is taking off and it's booming and they get a bit of an ego about that, you are like there to tell them like, listen, hey, remember where you started, and remember that being humble is what got you the success in the first place. So you tell your friends to like stay in that energy, and by giving this guidance to them, you actually help them propel towards more success. Okay, I want to get some more cards, so I'm going to use the Wild Unknown Oracle. So Spirit for group number 4, please. Can we get some more information about their best qualities? Just 1 or 2 cards. Okay, we have Oyster. Let's get one more. That's too many. Just one more. Okay, the Dragon card flipped, so I'm going to take him. And this is a very spiritual card, actually. Okay, so with the Oyster, I'm thinking of like a pearl, you know, you actually have to open the shell to get to the pearl. And again, a pearl is like also part of jewelry, so I don't know why that's coming up. It's almost like you guys are like a jewel, you know, you talk about people that are a jewel in your life, they're really like a treasure. So I do think that you guys, you might be aware of this or not, but the people that connect with you, they really treasure you, and they treasure your company, and they treasure your support as well. And you know, a pearl takes a long time to develop, so you guys are also like the type of friend that forms long-lasting relationships. You won't just like leave someone stranded when something happens. So let's say there's like a conflict, like a bit of a misunderstanding, you won't just write someone off. You would actually talk with them. Again, with this gossip card, you would have a conversation with them to clear the air, and you won't just immediately start to spread rumors about them and tell people like, yeah, but they were a bad friend and I didn't do anything wrong. It was them all along. You know, you would actually really try to get to the root of the problem. Again, with the pearl here, you would like to crack open a situation and look at what is really inside there. And I'm thinking of the pearl again. It's like a luminescent surface, you know, it really shines. So once again, I feel like you guys are very supportive, and you like to see your friends succeed, and you like to see them shine. So you're really like almost like a cheerleader for everyone in your life. Yeah, there's definitely something about the way that you can support people with your words as well, and maybe your actions. So I also think you guys are very good at gift giving. That's coming through for some reason. Maybe like handmade gifts or artworks, or cooking for people. Maybe the support that you give is even just like helping them with domestic tasks. So I'm thinking like going to the shops for someone when they are too busy, or cooking them a meal, or like doing their laundry for them, anything like that. So this can even talk about how you support your partner if you are in a relationship. Maybe you're a very good spouse or a very good parent. And with this Dragon card, so this is, like I said, one of the spiritual cards in the deck. So definitely you guys are also very spiritually inclined. Maybe you even teach some of your friends about manifestation and how they can live their dream life by manifesting it. And you could be one of those people that are very aware of like your thoughts. So positive thinking is important for you. You know, it's all about a mind shift to change. So you really try to have a positive impact on people's lives, and not just in like your close groups. I feel like you do this with everyone that you meet. You just have a very radiant and positive energy around you. So that really also supports people and motivates people to strive for their dreams. And also with this eye here, it's really giving me strong intuitive vibes. Hi, sorry guys, I'm back again. I don't know what it is about all the disruptions today, but anyway, I was talking about this dragon card, and I was even thinking about like the scales, you know. The scales are also like reflective, so it feels to me like you guys reflect to people what they can achieve in their life. So again, that very supportive energy here coming through. And you know, like a dragon is like a mythical creature as well, so that idea of fantasy, you really try to show people what is possible. You try to show them like that they can achieve their dreams, everything that they wish for, they can have that. So that's obviously a great quality to have. I want to get one more oracle card before I jump into the tarot. So let's see here from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. Spirit for group number 4, please. Can you just give us like one card? Okay, and we have Wisdom. We also had this in another group, I can't remember, but again with the mermaid here, like that mythical creature. I'm even thinking about stories, you know, in Disney with Ariel. She lost her voice. So, and I always think about your voice as part of like manifestation, you know, like speaking things into existence. So I think you guys are almost like the voice for other people. You are able to say or verbalize their dreams for them. So like I said, this reflective energy, even if they aren't aware of their own talents, like with this hobbies here, you are able to almost hold up a mirror for them and show them what they can achieve in life. And you know, also with the water here, with the ocean, it makes me think of the subconscious mind. So once again, that idea of mindset. So you show people how to change their mindset to achieve their dreams. There's a lot of self-help books about this as well, you know, like 7 steps to achieving your dream life. Maybe some of you guys are even like authors. And then also just like diving into the depths of people with this intuitive energy as well here. So really not staying surface level. I feel like you guys are also like a great friend in that sense, because you can have like deep conversations with people and heart-to-heart conversations where you can talk about your problems and really guide each other on your life's path. So let's end this reading here with some tarot cards. So Spirit for group number 4, please. Can we get just a few tarot cards, just some more information? Okay, we have the 4 of Cups. Oops. We have the Page of Wands reversed. Sorry if you can hear the kettle in the background. We have the 8 of Swords. And we have the Knight of Cups. Interesting, okay. So again, with this 4 of Cups, I almost feel like you are like this umbrella for your friends. You know, when they are going through a difficult time, you provide them with shelter, even if they don't always realize this or see this and thank you for this. I feel like you guys are very willing to provide that safe space for people. And with the 8 of Swords, you know, this talks about being stuck or being like held captive, but it's usually your own thoughts. So once again, that idea of making a mind shift coming through. So I really feel like you guys are very aware of how your own thinking impacts your life, and you also make other people aware of this. So maybe you are into things like positive affirmations, and I think you might have transformed your own life in this way, or you are busy transforming your own life in this way, and that's why you can also help other people to free themselves from the cages that they built. And with this image here, I'm also thinking of spread your wings. And some people might even see you as like an angel, like a guardian angel. I'm really getting that very strongly here. So maybe you aren't always present in people's lives, but they know they can call on you when they are in need. So you are that friend that's like on speed dial. Like if someone has an accident, they can call you because you're very supportive and you will come to their rescue. And I also get that idea of the dragon, you know. Once again, that mythical creature, you can like sweep in and save the day. And with the Page of Wands reversed, I feel like you guys don't take risks. Like you always think things through. So like with this magnifying glass, you really look at the details. So when we go back to this idea of like a business plan, you would be the one that like looks at the fine print in a contract. So you help a friend make sure what they are actually signing, like in a business deal. And once again, with the Knight of Cups here, we have this big heart. So you really know how to have heart-to-heart conversations with people, and you have a way of saying things in a way that it isn't hurtful. You know, I always think about playing on people's heartstrings, so you guys could just be like very charming as well. And with this lotus flower, I've mentioned this before, but it's like the one of the symbols for individuation, which talks about reaching your full potential, like developing your personality. So and also integrating like shadow aspects into your personality. So again, that idea of helping people free themselves from restrictions that they placed on themselves and providing this almost like protective space in which they can do that. So like that safe space again. I really get the idea that you guys are a safe haven for a lot of people. With this wisdom card, I'm thinking about the sea again, and almost makes you think of a harbor, you know, somewhere where the ships rest. It's like you give a space for people to stay silent for a bit, or to just think about life. Again, with this wisdom card, maybe you have a lot of conversations at night with your friends, you know. In the night hours, we often talk about very deep things. And almost helping them uncover the real story of their life. So maybe helping them see where they did something based on like maybe childhood trauma or some negative tendency that they have. Like an example that I can use is procrastination. So again, with this idea of the hobbies, so maybe one of your friends was always too afraid to pursue a certain type of goal due to a lack of motivation or maybe perfectionism that led to procrastination. So you are able to reflect that back to them and help guide them to reach their full potential. And again, with this Great Gathering card, it's not just something you do with a few people, you do it with a lot of people. And by doing that, you almost spread your energy through a big network. And with this Knight of Cups, you guys definitely have like a big heart, and you have a lot of love and guidance to share with the people surrounding you. So that's very honorable. So group number 4, I'm gonna leave your reading here. I really hope it resonated. If it did, you can let me know in the comments down below. And then hopefully I will see you guys soon. I'm not sure how my schedule will be playing out, but you guys should have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next one, whenever that will be. Bye.